Hi, this is Richard Grijalva, and I have an insight for you. We all know that words matter. When we put our experiences, our beliefs, our background on a word. If I were to say fish, you get one experience. But if I say shark, this brings on a total different experience. And I want to talk to you about two words that are used over and over to mean the same thing, but they don't. And the two words are customer and client. You know, I've been in meetings with seasoned sales professionals, senior management, and sales leadership who will use both words in the same sentence. So what is the difference? Well, let me give you an example. You know, over the years, I've bought a few laptop computers from Best Buy. I went in and the salesperson came by, then I went looking for them and they came over and he was very good at answering my questions, and then I decided to buy the laptop. And then he recommended what software I would need. Then he went to go get the computer and I waited. He got back, then I got in line to buy it. And then after that, I got in line for the Geek Squad. For those of you who have not been to Best Buy, this is what they call their technicians. And these are the folks that are going to load my software. And when I finally talked to him and I asked when it would be done, he said tomorrow because they were backed up, or maybe worst case, it would take 2 days. But they would call me. And I got a call the very next day and I went to go pick up my computer. Now, I never had a relationship then or long-term with the salesperson. You see, it was a transaction. They had a product and it was for a great price and I was a happy customer. And this is the key, a customer. So when there's a transaction, when there is something exchanged for good, then this is when you have a customer. Now, a few years ago, I decided to buy a Mac and I went to the Apple store. So I'm looking at a MacBook Pro and a pop-up opens up and asks, do I need help? And I said yes. And the reply was, well, Dan will be there in 8 minutes. Now, so far this is pretty impressive. So Dan comes over and he answers my questions and I decide to buy it and I'm expecting to get in line, but Dan says, no, we could take care of it right here. And I said, you can? At this point, he pulls out his iPhone. I give him my credit card. He swipes it. Then he asks me would I like him to email my receipt or would I like a copy? And I said, no, email's good. Wow. And this keeps getting better. Meanwhile, an associate brings him the box with my Mac. I then say, you know, I'm going to need some help setting it up because it's the first time I ever used a Mac. And expecting to get into another line, but instead we walk 5 steps to a flat table and he instructs me what to do, and it took about 15 minutes. Wow. Now, I did not have a relationship or maintain a relationship with Dan because this was a transaction and I was a happy customer. But I also want to tell you, I was blown away by the experience. Now, on the other hand, lawyers, consultants, financial professionals, executive coaches, sales professionals that sell software services have clients. And think about it this way. It's like being the Sherpa guide on Mount Everest, showing you where to step and not step. Being the guide and really being there to show you the way because they've been on this road many times before and can advise you of what steps to take. My accountant and I have a relationship. She gives me advice, wise counsel, what steps to take and what steps to avoid. As her client, we have a relationship. And because of her wise advice, I'm very pleased with working with her and would recommend her. In fact, I have. So do you get the difference between a customer and a client? It comes down to the product or service you offer, if it's transactional or a relationship. Understanding the difference will help you when you think about them, when you develop your presentations, conversations, your website content, and your attitude, goals, and objectives. So what do you have? Customers or clients? Change your mindset and change your result. As always, please drop by my website, www.richgrijalva.com. Sign up for my free newsletter, get a free self-improvement handbook. Until the next time, be the difference that makes a difference, and I'll see you soon.